In a world that's constantly changing, where loyalty is rare and compromise is celebrated, this is your safe space to grow, reflect, and stand firm in truth. Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Muplong Godwin Etaidung, a haven for growth, loyalty, and purposeful living. Join us for a brand new series titled Loyalty in a Changing World, where we explore what it means to remain loyal in today's shifting culture. From faith and family to friendships, academics, career, relationships, leadership, and personal values, we'll dive deep into the different areas of life where loyalty still matters. As an author and counselor, my mission is to help you find clarity, healing, and direction in every season of life. Through thought-provoking insights, practical tools, and inspiring conversations, this channel will guide you toward living with intention, truth, and purpose. If you're ready to grow, stay rooted, and live loyally in a disloyal world, you're in the right place. Subscribe today, and let's walk this journey together.
My name is Muplong Godwin Etaidung. I'm so excited to have you here on this session. It's actually a dream come true for me, and so you're welcome to dine with us. And I believe God that you'll have a great time, and it's going to be inspiring to you. And the purpose of this is to follow up on a project that is just starting, because it's not ending, it's just started. So it's a project on loyalty in a changing world. So this is actually a continuation on that project, and today what we have to discuss is loyalty according to how the world is. Okay, so with me here on this discourse is Pastor Oluwe. He has been a blessing to me as a person, even though from a distance. Sometimes we just watch people mentor us from a distance without knowing. So I'm privileged to have this discussion with him. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so we have quite a number of things to talk about today. Like I introduced from the beginning, we're talking about loyalty in a changing world. Of course, you know how the world is changing and how people are also changing towards loyalty, individually, community, organization, and a lot that is ongoing in the world today. So we have it's going to be interactive, with him, because we have quite a number of things that we want to, try to see how it's the world and how people are loyal in according to life, how life is generally today. Okay, so I'm going to start with a question to you, sir.
Okay.
So when we have the word loyalty, what comes to mind?
Well, before we go to that, let me just take a step to define loyalty so that we know exactly what comes to mind when people hear you talk about loyalty.
Okay.
The definition of loyalty means faithfulness, devotion, steadfastness, full commitment to a cause.
Okay.
To a cause.
Okay.
Now, when you mention the word loyalty in the community, what comes to mind is a lot, because it has both its advantage and disadvantage.
Yeah.
But we are talking about the advantage here, because that is what we want to make known to the world, so that nobody should get a kind of discouraged in his loyalty commitment part time. So I want to talk about loyalty. That is means trust. There is faithfulness. There is there's trust. It's all about trust and faithfulness to a cause.
To a cause. Yes, that's the word. There's one is actually unmovable. You are just supportive. Okay. So we've seen what loyalty is. You can actually check. There are a lot of people that say one thing or the other about loyalty. So we are looking at it in the aspect of trust and faithfulness. Okay, so the next question I'm going to ask you is, so there are attitudes, loyalty is like a personality. To me, okay, so what are the attitudes that you look out for when you talk about someone that's being loyal, or what are the attitudes, the expectations when you want to see loyalty in action?
Well, it's all about consistency in one's action.
Okay.
And the person is dependable.
Okay.
And the person talks talks well of an individual or a cause, even in the times of challenge or when it is not convenient.
Yeah, that's it. People tend to turn away from you when
the going gets tough.
Yeah. So some of the athletes that they just stay on court. They just stay there. The person is just there, no matter how difficult things are going. So we discovered that I don't know if there are aspects that loyalty is applicable, or what do you think?
There's no limit. There's no limit as into loyalty. There's no limit because it's like it governs the day-to-day affairs of life. Loyalty is there. Either you are loyal consciously or you are loyal unconsciously. And to some extent, we have personal loyalty, we have professional loyalty, we have the religion loyalty, national loyalty. They are all there. Moral loyalty. They are all there. You see, the one with family, the one with friends, the one with organization, the one with your nation, your country. They are all there. So you cannot skip it in the day-to-day activities of life, in as much as you have more than one person that is involved.
Okay. Alright. So from what Pastor said, it means loyalty is all round. You cannot separate life without loyalty. Either you're loyal
or you're not loved.
Yeah, it can't be in between.
No.
Okay. Alright. So another thing we are looking at is
sorry, let me say something. When it comes between, men, we have a way of defining the term. When things are, we just have to just please the situation.
Okay.
But whether you like it or not, you cannot just stand on the fence.
Okay.
You must be loyal, or you're not loyal.
Okay. So not justifying. So we like to justify.
Try to say, okay, I'm not just loyal. I just want to just please him. Forget it. For that moment that you have aligned,
okay,
your loyalty has been recorded.
Okay. Alright. Okay. So I discovered one thing. It's very paramount. Okay. Like I talked about a project, a book written in this in a changing world. Okay. So you discover that where loyalty exists, disloyalty also exists.
Of course.
Okay, so what can you, since we have actually put it clear that either one is loyal or is not, so we can actually say that not being loyal is disloyalty. Okay, so what can you say about disloyalty generally?
Well, thank God that we all know that loyalty has the positive and the negative side. But because of viewers, I will not say negative, but I will say the challenging aspect.
Okay.
It has its own challenging aspect, whether we like it or not. No matter what is there, the major thing there is the one that is collecting or enjoying the loyalty is the one that will determine whether it is positive or negative.
Okay.
You get my point, right? Because we're in a world where things can be turned around and justifications are being made to satisfy the turning. So it depends on the occasion where the loyalty wants to be. You want to examine the person's loyalty, the occasion involved, to some extent.
Okay, I remember a passage in the Bible where the disciples had to ask Jesus, what shall we gain if we follow you after leaving our husbands, our wives, our children, our houses? What shall be our gain? I know the answer somehow, maybe you give me the answer, but I felt that answer was not heavy enough, if actually you're in this world. Personally, that's my personal feeling, okay? I felt that answer. Okay, you're talking about something you see after life, but what if the afterlife is like you don't really know? It's something
what is even there? What is even there?
Yeah, so can you just say something about that part?
Aspect of it?
Yeah.
Well, it was a moment to build trust.
Okay.
By the disciples. A moment to build trust, to be sure that what we are leaving everything for is worth going into.
All right.
It's worth going into. as you just quoted the scripture, I remember Ruth and Naomi.
Yes.
Ruth chapter 1 verse 16 or 6 thereabout is 16, where Naomi said, "Your God will be my God, your family." You see, there was a realigning of trust between herself and her mother-in-law. But at the end of the story, this loyalty led her to blessing because she met Boaz.
Yeah, exceeding blessing.
Good.
Beyond
imagination.
Exactly.
There were two now.
Yes.
There were two. There were two. The other one stayed back in their own country.
And nobody heard about her
at all. So loyalty has a lot of benefits once you stand consistently to it to the end. Yeah, it has its own benefits because that is the nature of God.
Yes.
That's the nature of God. So you cannot have the nature of God inside you and have a challenge at the end of the day. The nature of God will surely speak at the end of the matter.
Sure. That's what Habakkuk 2 says. It shall speak.
It shall speak. It shall speak.
Okay, so you just mentioned benefits of loyalty. So are you able to mention some? I think we've seen that it will speak loud.
It's a sustainer.
Yeah.
It stabilizes. It's a room for blessing. It uplifts. No matter the circumstances that is surrounding it, it will surely emerge positive.
Exactly.
It will surely emerge positive.
Okay, now that we've seen the blessings that accompany the loyalty. Okay, and we talked a bit about this loyalty. That means, I don't like seeing it as a benefit, but consequences of this loyalty. Okay, so I tried to. I think when we had this topic for the first time, I mentioned the issue of David and Saul, right? And there was a time that David has to go on a war. I read it, I think recently, not the day yesterday, about that David has to go. Saul has to go for a war, and God told them, "You have to destroy everything, and not just everything, but utterly destroy everything." Okay, and like we said initially, that disloyalty has a way of justifying its actions.
Yes.
Okay, so when Samuel came, he was asking Saul, "Did you actually do what God asked you to do? Did you destroy? Well, he didn't. He said, "Okay, I did it because of the people. I brought this for sacrifice, and God told them to obey is better than sacrifice." And I think that was the time he lost the throne completely to a servant. Yeah. So some of the consequences of disloyalty?
Well, the truth about it, number one thing that happens is that loyalty, I see loyalty as, apart from the definition we had, I see loyalty as the nature of God.
Exactly.
Number one. So there is this word in the scripture that says, "My glory will I not share with any man." That was what happened to Saul. So the disadvantage there is that he allowed men to step into the shoes where God placed him. So the loyalty that he has with God was breached because men, he adhered to people's complaint.
Yeah, they interfered.
Good. So that relationship was touched, and before you know it, he lost the throne completely. There was, if you look at the lifestyle of David and Saul, there was, when you talk about measuring the act of sin or unrighteousness, you will discover that David has more volume than Saul. But there is an intimacy somewhere. David's loyalty was so strong that anything he will say, he must mention the God that he serves. Do you get my point? That he must good. So he always know how to go back around to attune for himself, because there is a serious intimacy by his loyalty
he's
to
not,
God.
He's not thinking about sacrifice.
I know.
Yeah,
he's not thinking of material things. He's not thinking of what he will get from any man.
Exactly.
He's just there to please God because there is a covenant. Now, let me go extend. The word covenant now is more more superior to loyalty. Because there is a bond, there is a deity somewhere. Are you getting what I'm saying? But which is sovereignty, is what is connecting David and connected David with that God. You get my point about which Saul never he never considered it so deep.
Exactly.
It was not deep for him. After all, he goes to the throne by just election, they just carrying him. So but this young man, nothing. There was no any pain, no sacrifice. There was nothing. But when you look at David, even from the scratch, there was a lot of sacrifice. There was a lot of sufferings. That has made him to keep that relationship with divinity.
So somewhere he was building it. And I discovered something that in every covenant relationship, people have to break it.
Well, it will take somebody who is foolish enough. Let me use the word foolish enough to have such a covenant with his maker and decide to break it. Now look at the temptation when it came at the mountain when Jesus was said when Satan made Jesus and said, turn this to this, turn this to that, turn this to this. It's because yes, he has the capacity. But what he was just looking for in the life of Jesus was to just take a step and just obey his word. And so, okay, what do you think is in bread? The moment you obey darkness, there is a shift. Automatically, there is a shift. And that shift corrupts the person and limits the person for what he should have been if you stand in your loyalty with your God.
Okay, this is getting actually interesting when it's ending. Okay, so we see that there are lots of consequences to this loyalty. That the end is not just.
It's not just like that.
It's not interesting. How would I lose the truth to being a servant? So I also want to look at somebody else in the Bible before we round up. Loyalty to authorities, instituted authorities. Something happened to Joseph. I look at that scenario as a political thing. He has to be the servant in a master's house, so he vowed that he has to do it right. He went to the prison. He was trying to do it right. So we have aspects in our life that we need to check. How far can we go in those aspects, So let me just give you a few seconds, a few minutes to wrap up on what you really think before we go about all the aspects of loyalty and how it blesses and the consequences that come with this loyalty.
Well, if I get you right, the word loyalty is not easy, even though it's common, because the moment you want to stand with the truth, you have enemies. In this dispensation where anything you touch, everybody just want to bend it from the truth to what they want it to be. What you just please them, to just please them. Sometimes it should just be convenient for them. So when you talk about a pure loyalty or genuine loyalty, you must get ready that you will stand alone. You must get ready to stand because there will be a lot of challenges. There will be a lot of challenges. There will be a lot of discrepancies here and there. Because the truth will not just speak for itself without some volume of sacrifice and sufferings that will bear it. So if we are talking about the challenges that are there, honestly there are challenges. Now let me cite an instance. There's this assembly I was privileged to assist a pastor as the associate pastor, and now it happens that the man was just doing certain things that if looking at what he was doing then, they are obviously quite wrong. But the whole thing became so high to a point where the church members, everybody is plotting on how to get back at him. Yeah, it gets to that point. And to some extent, they trying to, okay, you can come in now so that we can join and take care of this man for what he's doing that we know is wrong. I said, okay, no problem. That night, I encountered another dimension of loyalty. Now, while I was in my bed, I wanted to sleep. I thought of how even this man in quotes relates with me. It's not that he relates with me by favoring me, no. He still beat me to it. I get him, but there's no regard from him to anybody. So I woke up that night. Before I go to bed, I said, no, I better join the people so that I can let him know that let him learn lesson from this. So that when next he goes to the next station, perhaps going to another place, you'll be able to take that as a correction and adjust. But I heard God.
By your thought.
By my thoughts. By my thought and conclusion. So, but the moment I want to lie down, I heard God say, you will not do that.
Exactly.
I said, why? Why won't I do that? Oh, God, you're a God of justice. Have you not seen the way this man has been treating me all this while? And God said something that I will never forget. He said, I should stick to the altar and deny myself from the pew.
That's your assignment.
I said, what do you mean I should stick to the altar and deny myself from the pew? And he said, the pew are the members of the church. I said, wow. Then the altar is the one that doesn't move. It remains there. So that is where you should be. Wow. I've never heard that before. But what amazed me is that by that understanding, the war that ravaged the whole parties that were involved in this challenge, it even resulted to death. But I didn't lose anything. Why? Because of that word that came, stick to the altar. And I stick to the altar. I just remain like a dunce. If you say go, I go. If you say come, I come. People are looking at it as if I was being loyal to him. But I wasn't loyal to him. I was loyal to somebody that they cannot see, that has given me instruction to stay where I should be.
Okay, so
and in all, man, there were a lot of confrontations, enemies that moment generated, because I had to stay loyal with God and just allow men to play what they are playing, because it was something else. So you must get ready to take the blame. You must get ready to take some sacrifice, that because people will insult you. People will insult you. People will call you all manner of names. I know the kind of names I was called. Look at this one, you are this, you are that. Names you are being called, but it didn't move me. Get to a point, my wife was talking, I said, are you sure that? I said, just remain where you are. Be calm. Be calm. Be calm.
Be calm. All right, so thank you, sir. I want to wrap up with this. Okay, so I also want to bring out one characteristic of a disloyal person, like we discussed sometime, and is they have a way of trying to bring you into their camp. You are actually on a road going, and since they want to stand out, they'll try to make you see that this course you are on is not worth it. So the aspect of self-will, your own personality is very important when you want to actually be loyal in every aspect. So, but if you don't have a strong self-will and understanding your assignment, like Pastor rightly said, that God gave him an instruction and he stood by it. So if you don't understand your assignment or where you are at times or who you're being loyal to, you discover that the disloyal people will easily swear you away. So they will distract you and you actually fall on the, it's easy to do the bad side. So we really need to have a strong self-will and stay on course on assignment that we have actually want ourselves to be. I think
you're correct. You're correct.
Okay. Alright, so I think except you have something else to say, we've come actually to the end of this discussion.
Well, in conclusion, if I may use that word, say loyalty it's not a feeling. We have to know that it's not a feeling. It's a determination that you just, even though I know it's a spirit. Yes, it's a spirit that once you generate its strength, it sustains you even when you are alone.
drive.
Yes, it keeps you even when you are alone. Okay. But first and foremost, you must understand that it is not a feeling. Okay. It's not a feeling. It's something that out of knowledge and understanding you develop over time, and you stand to defend the truth per time. As we always say, Papa, Bishop Oyedepo will say that there is no yesterday truth. There's no software truth. Truth is what is truth. So you must just build yourself. Now, loyalty is timeless virtue which you build over time. A strong character. Is that okay? It requires courage, consistency, commitment. And we should all know that in this end time that we are, courage is one of the hallmark of a believer or somebody who wants to stand out in life. Because so many things will be said of you, but if that loyalty with something that your trust is in is not assured to some extent, you can gallop. And when you gallop, unfortunately, instead of getting you up, you eventually join them. You don't even, but you just join them. You just join them. So you must get ready to stand out. So the only thing I will leave with everyone here is that you want to remain loyal to the cause of your assignment. Please dangerously wear God. That's what you need. Yes, wear God. Yes, wear God. That's your bulletproof. Because the world we live now, anything can happen.
It's true. It's true.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I'm grateful.
Thank you for having you.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate your time and to viewers, I appreciate you for coming into my space. Thank you for your time. And this discourse is not just ending. It's going to be a series, and subsequently we'll have different aspects of loyalty discussed on this channel. Loyalty in the family, loyalty in business, loyalty in organization, loyalty
even in religion,
politics, and the rest of them. So watch out for other series, and I trust God that you actually be intentional in trying to make your relationships better. So thank you for your time and remain always blessed. Bye for now.